What's up, Impact Wrestling fans and anyone else who might be listening? This is Discuss Impact. I'm JaySin's back again with my co-host, the Horror King, Gary. This is a special week for Gary, and I got to give him and all of Philadelphia a big congratulations. Here you go, Gary. You want to take the rest of that, Gary, or?
No, I'd rather not. I'm sure people probably hear that to death when they watch an Eagle game on TV, but I could finish it, but that'd be another podcast, and we'd be looking at maybe a recording deal or something, Jay.
Well, congrats to you on that, and I guess let's get right into Impact. Well, first off, I got to throw this in here. I know a lot of people don't really give a shit about our with Total Nonstop Impact, aka TNI, but I've had some issues with them over the years, and over the weekend I spoke to Mrs. JayBone, which was kind of insane, and let's just say if anybody's interested, I'll get to that later, but right now it's time for Impact Wrestling and our review of what the hell episode was it, Gary? Do you happen to know?
26.
The 120, really? Then they got it wrong on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. So I was going to blame 411. No, they have it wrong in the header. But, okay, the January 26 episode, which, I got to be honest, was not the best.
I know it was the 26 just because it was the last of the month of January.
Yeah, well, would you agree this was not one of their better episodes?
I kind of thought going into what we were reading, the taping results, I kind of thought it might kind of play out like this in a way. So, I mean, I really wasn't that disappointed just because, you look at the card. I mean, you got what you got, and we really didn't have a lot of depth going into this taping. So it is what it is.
Well, we don't want to be too negative to start off. The main event was very good, I thought. And the Joe Hendry song might be the funniest thing Impact has done in years.
Yeah, that was great. I don't know if he sat down with creative and come up with it, or either way.
I mean, I don't know if you've heard from his interviews, but it sounds like they say, yeah, man. Like he's like, I got this idea, and like, yep, go ahead. Like they don't even like give.
Oh, so they let him run with it.
Like they don't give him anything. You know what I mean? It's just like, go right ahead, man. Like no shit. Like.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I have a note here. Overall, not one of their best shows. We already talked about that. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, I really liked the main event, which was what the hell was it? Golden Six-Way Golden Shooter, which I gotta say, even though it's stupid. Yeah. Even though it was a stupid, weird name, I like it. We talked about this in the past, how like AEW does these kind of things, where like they name things.
And I think this was actually an inaugural type match, right? It wasn't like it had never been done before, right?
Yeah, no, they said it was first ever.
Oh, okay.
Which is 2 straight weeks. They've done a first ever match, and my biggest complaint about Impact has been for a long time that they don't do enough gimmick matches. Not saying, whatever, it's on me or anything, but I think it's a help. Like I just think like gimmick matches are for like more casual fans.
You play up on the podcast a lot that you want like the gimmick match, and like it seems like they've been delivering.
Like that's the one thing I don't have to listen to us or anything, but well, yeah. They do listen to us in some way, or listen to me, because I kind of get everyone's attention. I'm really good at that. I kind of found out recently I'm a bit of a Karen, and whatever. I don't care. I am what I am. Sometimes it works. So we also had a nice little match with Kushida and Knight beating the Good Hands.
Yeah, Jason Hotch and John Schuyler.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that. I think they just signed Hotch, but you got to work your way up, and he's at least on television and not BTI, even though I want to mention the BTI match, which was very good, and I thought should have been on the show. But yeah, Kushida and Knight look like a solid team. I don't know why he lost his opening match. Was I wrong about that? His debut? It was on BTI, sorry. So I guess maybe
Kushida or Kevin?
Kevin Knight.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get around to watching that.
Okay, well, I'm like 85% sure he lost last week on BTI.
I wouldn't doubt it. He kind of has that jobber look to a little bit to him. I'm not.
Whoa. I actually like his look. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. Hip, but I don't know what hip is, so maybe it's lame as fuck. So yeah, they kind of squashed the good hands, which was cool. I would have liked if it was a little longer, just because I haven't seen. I mean, Knight did some cool shit last week. I mean, not everyone, most everyone that knows Kushida knows he's great, but like we haven't seen enough of him, I don't think yet, other than that match that he won on the pay-per-view. But like, you know, I feel like
that was an elimination, right? That was also an elimination.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jesus God, they were just racking up the gimmick matches. Thanks, Gary. I don't think that was your point, but I'm gonna steal it. But yeah, I like this Knight and I like Kushida, and you know, like it's a good New Japan tag team and kind of a weird bounce off here. But Impact recently promoted a show coming up. Did you happen to see that on Twitter? It's a New Japan show.
No, I thought you might have been referring to the 3 dates we were, or the Chicago thing. I thought you were.
Oh yeah. Well, you could mention the season pass if you have it, or I have it pulled up.
Oh, right now, or you want to wait for the show?
I got it if you want. The Spring Slugfest is April 28th, 29th, and you got Bound for Glory, Chicago Heat.
Yeah, I like all the names of those too. And it kind of like, I don't know, it kind of gives them that bigger league feel to them. And last time I knew, what did they say that the events are? I think aren't they on sale right now, and they're doing really well.
I'm not sure about that, but I believe you. So
yeah.
I'm choking to death in the background here. Ambulance. Oh Jesus. Okay. So yeah, they announced some Chicago stuff, which is cool. Cicero Stadium. I think it's big. I'm not sure. I don't really care about that.
Yeah, we've been there. We were there last year, I believe.
I'm trying to look for their thing so I can quickly mention.
It's also really known as the house that MLW built in a way.
Pretty random, but have you seen Callahan Uncensored?
I have seen it in the past. I do know he had did that kind of shtick like right before, like I don't know, it was like if it was before a pay-per-view. I have seen bits and pieces of him in the past, though.
Sorry, my point was I didn't realize this was a thing. Like I totally forgot it was a thing. It's a weekly Impact thing. Callahan Uncensored. It's like a podcast, but
yeah,
I don't know. It goes back to they don't promote things enough or right, or like you wouldn't know that if you were just on Facebook, you wouldn't know this was a thing. I forgot it was. So I
even forgot about it. I mean, I did know. I was aware it existed, but you know, it was one of those things where you didn't really realize that you know it was out there still.
Okay, I'm banking on the.
Kind of like the way.
Okay, here it is. Sorry, I got it.
Went under.
Sorry, I got it here. Battle of the Valley. Shit. Take it, Gary.
Battle of the what? Hello?
Wow, shit. My bad, everyone.
I didn't know what happened. I thought we went dead air for a minute.
Yeah, we probably did. I hit mute because I was choking to death.
Oh, okay.
So Battle of the Valley.
I couldn't hear you what you had said. I thought you said something about Maui.
Not even close. Battle in the Valley. It's a New Japan event, but it's got Josh, Kushida, Knight, Mercedes, Monet versus Kyrie.
Oh. Yeah,
interesting.
I didn't see any of this, what you're referring to.
Chris Sabin, I'm sorry, Motor City Machine Guns. I mean, interesting, no? It's like it's half Impact.
Oh, yeah, it's very Impact relevant, if you will.
And Mercedes Monet is there. I don't know. I just found that interesting. I don't know. I feel like there's kind of a bigger connection with New Japan than we know.
Well, I definitely think there's something up just because, like, we've been starting to see a lot more New Japan talent popping up as of late, especially in these last 1 or 2 tapings we've been doing.
Yeah, good call there. God damn it. You don't remember BTI match from last week? This is really going to annoy me.
No, I like, that's another thing. Like, unless you're like on their physical site, it's like hard to find the BTI. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like,
It's hard to find anything with these bastards. I mean, I love Impact, but they make things, harder than it should be. But yeah, it was a good match. I forget who it was exactly. Oh wait, here it is. Aiden Prince. Nope, that's not even cool.
well, I do know Aiden Prince was on. Was that the one with Steve Macklin, maybe?
That is actually this week's, which I was also going to mention next. I'm sorry, no. Aiden Prince versus Jonathan Gresham. How is that a BTI match? That's this week's show.
Oh, wow.
Prince versus Gresham.
Well,
what do we do? What are we doing here?
I don't know. It's weird because, like, you had him in the pay-per-view facing Eddie, like, kind of like a grudge match, like, kind of like to determine probably, a future number one contender, and then you have him fight Aiden Prince, you said?
Yeah, I mean, I like Aiden Prince, but I mean, why is even
Aiden Prince? He's a good talent, but like,
wouldn't that be a good Impact match?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I mean, can't what's the name make anyone look good? I mean, even if Aiden Prince wasn't good with Gresham, I mean, whatever. No, I want to see that match. I'm gonna watch it, but it shouldn't be on BTI. I guess that's my point here. So back to the show. That's gonna piss me off. I can't find that BTI match, but I'll think of it. I will find it. And all right. So how the hell did the show open this week? Oh, those the Mike Jackson match, was that it?
I don't know. This is kind of like out of order here, but let me see.
Yeah, no, Trey. Yeah.
Well, Trey. Yeah, that did kick off the Trey Miguel.
I was just trying to think if
there was like for the X Division title too.
I was just trying to think if there was like a, some kind of like thing before an opening match, but no, not this week. So yeah. I do like how they mix it up, or they've been mixing it up recently. Also, as I'm looking at the new, not the new website, the shitty Impact Wrestling website, which is pretty much everything plastered on one page. New Santo Morello, Director of Authority shirt. Check it out. Okay, so yeah, Mike Jackson, Trey Miguel. Jackson, I mean, I feel like we all have the same thoughts on him. He's old, he's fun to watch, but I don't know, maybe more. And I think you said this might be the end of Mike Jackson on Impact for a while.
Yeah, at least that's what we had. Well, you had made that comment, like, I think last podcast you said you didn't see him on the next set. So, I mean, I'm starting to wonder if that's because it's the geographical,
How dare you steal my words?
Because this is the last of, this is the new set of tapings. I can't remember what venue we were in here, but I do know last week was the last in Atlanta. This was the last of Atlanta this week.
Gotcha. What the hell am I watching? Oh, okay.
I think the next one might be Florida. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't there, because didn't we make the comment that, oh yeah, Barry Horowitz shows up at these
oh yeah. Spoilers. Sorry everyone. Gary's mean. Okay, sorry. I gotta mention this because I pulled up BTI. They had a segment. Yeah, no, I couldn't have mentioned this because this just happened. So they had a segment called, or they do have a segment called Social Media, or like whatever it is, Top 5. I don't know if you've seen this. It's on BTI. BTI Social Media Top 5 it's called, okay?
No, I haven't seen that either. I feel like
well, it doesn't. Well, that's not the point. The point is they have 5 things from social media, right? The top 5 things from all of social media, okay? All 5 of them were from Twitter, which I think is such a great example of a huge problem Impact has of promoting on other places than Twitter. I don't think they know other places exist other than Twitter. They didn't.
Kind of like you're saying, like they're kind of copy and pasting what somebody else's hard work is, because they really don't know how to mediaize the product properly.
I mean, it's really not difficult if you're doing something on Twitter to hit add to Facebook. Sometimes, I mean, you know what I mean? Instagram has a goddamn thing where if you do something on Instagram, it goes directly to Facebook. It's really not that hard. You do 1 or 2 things a day. Jesus, I have a Facebook group.
Yeah.
The group of awesomeness, over 500 members now. Check it out. But yeah, I forget my point there, but I did find the match from BTI, and it was Kevin Knight versus, God damn it, I can't think of what the hell is his name now, but he got chubby.
Oh, I don't.
I'm totally blanking. I don't want to say Hotch or Skyler.
Oh,
So,
I wondered if he was always his stature. Like, I didn't know. Has he gained weight? Not that matters.
He looks like a really big. He looks like I don't know. You got to.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture of he. I don't know. He looked. He gained weight. I'm thinking of the wrong. I'm confusing him with Hotch or something, but whatever. So he had Swinger with him for the BTI to match. I mean, Swinger did help a little, but like he didn't aid in the finish. So Knight kind of lost clean to Hotch.
Yeah.
What the hell I'm talking about here?
Yeah, this is where I don't know if I kind of zoned the show out at this point, not because of Kushida or Kevin Knight, just.
Well, sorry, this was BTI.
Oh, BTI, okay.
So you zoned it out for a smart reason. And I'm watching the end again. Was I wrong? Oh, no, it wasn't wrong. He didn't win. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, he lost. But again, who knows? Maybe these guys from New Japan, aren't going to be around in 6 months. So why make them look good? Why make them look that good? There's a lot of things in wrestling we don't know. So, but that was it was a fun little match there. So check that one out. And I think they're kind of getting confused with what should be on Impact and what should be on BTI lately.
Oh, that's definitely a fair point. Because I thought the same thing. Like, I think one week we were going over, like, shit, why wasn't that on the main show? Like, why did they move the Death Dolls? Like,
I think we said that last week, yeah.
Yeah.
The pay-per-view. But whatever. Speaking of the Death Dolls, yeah, we got the winner of that match, Kushida Knight, blah, blah, blah. 4-minute match, so that was short. So Death Dolls versus Giselle, and Tara returned, which was pretty awesome.
Well, we got a backstage kind of like a segue where they were kind of hinting at her new partner, and I like how they did that here, because even though I had seen the tapings result, I just kind of made me think wait, did I did somebody get this wrong? Did somebody actually show up that we weren't expecting? I like how they did that here.
I'm just confused about what exactly they're doing with Giselle, because I feel I don't know, she's kind of the face, the way that everyone's treating her. I know she's a heel, but I mean, I don't know. She got her ass kicked by the Death Dolls, and then Tara also.
Oh yeah, she hit her with what do they call it?
The Widow's Peak.
Okay, that's what I thought of. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to come off as stupid if I didn't hit her.
I don't remember many names, but that's one of those cool ones that I happen to remember. So always nice seeing her.
I will say though that Jessica assisted sick driver for the pinfall win was really really damn impressive by Jessica.
Oh, she's incredible. I personally don't like the characters. I feel like they're just a little too silly or whatever. Especially Jessica, when they could really use a monster in the division, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be using Savannah that way based on I guess we'll find out what happens. I don't know how the hell they're using Savannah. But speaking of Savannah, how about the news on your girl and our girl?
Oh, about
yeah.
Well, as we went to air right now, the problem is I don't know what to think of that, because I don't know how accurate it really is. You know what I mean? Has she tweeted it, or was this something somebody said, or?
Yeah, no, it's somebody got news of. But to be fair, I was the first to, I believe, say that, hey, maybe she's just going on vacation. She's been around for, how many has she been on? 3 years? She
could be nursing some injuries too. You don't always want to, play your card on the product, because you don't want to lose your value on the roster,
I mean, yeah, it could be a million different things, It could be personal issues, whatever. I mean, but some people ran with that she's leaving and going to NXT, and I think we kind of said that would why would she mention NXT and not the Rumble? So
yeah,
we kind of nailed that one again. Jeez. No
Yeah,
wonder
that was
we're
a
easily the.
story that just broke that I didn't even know was really a thing. I know you had said you kind of like played it up like it was a thing, but I
Yeah.
didn't know if you were just playing on me because you knew I liked her a lot.
Jeez, no wonder. God, we're right a lot. No wonder we are easily the most listened to podcast for Impact Wrestling in the history of Podbean, and it's not even close. I'm just talking about one thing there because I can't see numbers for a bunch of others, but I'm pretty sure if we're kicking everyone's ass on one, there's no reason to believe we're not kicking everyone's ass on the others. So what's up next? Again, love seeing Tara. Really love seeing Tara. And like I feel like when these legends come back and they look great, like, you know, like why are you retired or whatever? But whatever. Maybe we'll see her more in the future. Had a little Taylor Wilde thing in the back, which I'd like to see more of. I'd like to see them focusing more on the character. She's all over Instagram, unlike a lot of Impact wrestlers.
Yeah,
And
like
people
all
yeah.
over social media. Like, I mean, she's kind of like the poster girl for our product right now.
Mm-hmm. Her and Jordan, I love shit like that. People who push, you know what I mean? Like they're pushing their characters, they're pushing the thing, and it looks like she's going to be. Well, it says I don't know. She saw Killer Kelly or like mentioned Killer Kelly, and I think we know that they're going to be teammates again. For I don't know.
But she's having what I like about Taylor Wilde in her current position she's in right now. She's like embracing this character and like living the character much like a Rosemary of back when she's kind of like the point of the show.
Yo, shut up back there. Sorry. Sorry, I got the heifers banging on my door. Yeah, I'm with you on that. And sorry, I was pulling up something that I did not find. But yeah, Taylor Wilde rules. She's hot as hell. One of my most liked people on my page, which I mean, there's like little porn stars and like Instagram, like the hottest girls on Instagram, you know what I mean? So the fact that Taylor Wilde is getting so much love, maybe they should, I don't know, maybe do something more with that. But we'll see. Dave LaGreca popped in. Got no problem with him. As long as Dreamer wasn't really, as long as Dreamer was not around, like he's not a bad character.
No, he totally like he seems very genuine. Like I mean, especially probably kind of going with the flow here, like because he's kind of just like living his actual self. Like it's interesting that they're kind of incorporating him into the storyline a little bit here.
I'm sorry, this was another highlight of the show for me. Just LaGreca acting like a total bitch to Bully. Like Bully was like, shut up, step against the wall.
I think what's so comical for me is like the two of them are like, actual wrestlers and LaGreca.
Yeah.
Like, old dude. It looks like
it fits perfectly. You know what I mean? Like this isn't your place. Like, it kind of reminds me of oh Jesus Christ, I'm gonna blank on the name of the greatest movie ever. Like it's not your time, Donnie. Shut your mouth, Donnie. Shut your mouth, Donnie. God damn it, the movie with the goddamn stoned guy and I'm gonna get killed by stoners for this. Jesus.
Not Days Thinking.
Jeff Daniels, his biggest movie. Oh God, how embarrassing this is.
You're not good about Big Lebowski, are you?
Oh, The Big Lebowski, one of the greatest movies ever. Yeah,
I haven't ever seen it. I bought it at Big Lots probably 2 years ago. And did you know there's actually a sequel to that too?
Oh, absolutely terrible. Yeah. Steve Buscemi was my favorite part of the. It was Steve Buscemi and God, I'm gonna blank on his goddamn name now. Roseanne father. In the show Roseanne, the TV
Goodman.
show.
John Goodman.
Damn, you're good. Yeah. Shit. What the hell were we just talking about? I totally blanked.
Oh, about LaGreca.
Oh yeah. It's just like So LaGreca like just totally like bitched up against the wall, like everything was Bully was telling him to do, and I was gonna tie it into whatever the hell I was thinking there, but then I lost it. So I guess we might as well just move on. Shit. Who did I just tell you to name? I'm going to annoy myself with forgetting things now throughout this entire goddamn podcast.
Yeah. I can't remember.
All right, whatever. I'm choking to death in the background. It's a bit of a disaster here. Sorry, everyone. Gary's sick, and he's got all kinds of shit going on. He's got the Eagles he can't stop thinking about, and he's shitting his pants.
Yeah, not to mention I've been kind of dealing with the loss of probably losing one of my best friends in the world, and my dog Jenna. So
Lost as in?
Oh, like I passed away, kind of. She nearly
God.
died recently.
Oh, geez, I didn't know. Oh, God. Well, this podcast is dedicated to you, Jenna. Up there in dog heaven, living a much better life than we are down here, probably. All right, well, we just got really sad and confused out of nowhere there. So let's get back to the show, which, well, after the Dreamer LaGreca part. Oh, yeah, well, so the point of the point of Tommy was like, why am I not in the one contenders match? And, Santino was like, you lost, dude. And, he just, so Bully threatened him, and I'm curious if he's going to get in that match. Do you think that's a possibility?
Are you talking about Santino?
No, Bully getting in the.
Okay, because I didn't know, because I know Santino has recently been like quoted as saying, be prepared for him to become an actual like on air kind of wrestling talent for upcoming shows.
Ooh, I'm sure fans are gonna love that.
I'm just saying it is out there, but.
Sorry. Just while I remember this. So John Goodman and Steve Buscemi, right? Like there's like the two characters, and like every time John Goodman was talking about something like smart, like Steve Buscemi would try and pop in, and he would just get so pissed off and start screaming at the Steve Buscemi character. So that's what it reminds me of.
Oh, gotcha.
That was all. Sorry, had to get that in there. I knew I was leading somewhere, but sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, just that I don't know. I don't really know where this is really going to either. Just because, I don't think Dave LaGreca is gonna jump in the ropes, between the in the squared circle.
Oh no. I mean, I guess he's just like trying to play. Honestly, yeah, I'm not sure anymore because like Dreamer wasn't really involved in this. This was just about him talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I think Santino said like to LaGreca that Tommy can help or something. I don't know. Somebody mentioned Tommy, and I was like, Jesus, every week, can't we just?
Yeah, that's
like
it seems like they're doing it just to spite you, Jay. You don't want
he has no part of the story. It's Bully. Oh man, whatever. It gets me angry because like Bully's a very good character, and it drags down Bully, it drags down LaGreca, it drags down everyone involved because Tommy is just not a good character, and he never has been. But I've said that many times before. And speaking of bad characters, Matt Cardona and the major players took on the Bullet Club. But the good guys got the win, the Bullet Club, which I'm extremely happy about, even though I was a little afraid, maybe like 10% that they would give a win to major players. What about you?
Oh, I definitely thought they might go that way just because, like, since Bullet Club's been back, or Ace Austin and Chris Bay have been back, they didn't exactly come in with, like on top, like right off.
Yes. I mean, they did look good at the pay-per-view, but
yeah, they definitely did. They look like winners, but I don't think
they didn't. Sorry, but they didn't win. And if you didn't watch the pay-per-view, you kind of still see them as jobber types. And yes, I don't know if you said it, but they give a lot of time to the major players, like when it comes to backstage shit.
Oh yeah, that's definitely all over the last couple of weeks in the tapings. I know they like have a lot of backstage things going on
compared to the Bullet Club. And I had a joke ready or something about Chelsea Green, but I don't know if you missed it. She was in the Rumble and she broke the record for the shortest time ever. But now she's like a Karen character, and it's working. Like people are actually talking about Chelsea Green in WWE for the first time ever. That's not a joke. She's been there before. Nobody gave a shit about her. But now, like, they gave her a character that's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like a Karen. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's smart. It's topical. Whatever. So, I don't know. My point there was screw Matt Cardona. God, why can't we get rid of him? And, yeah, that's about it. But great job by Joe Hendry. I think we mentioned this early on. Just destroying Cardona with a song about how he wants to how he likes playing with toys more than his hot wife. Like they had the picture of Chelsea with the face. That was just.
Yeah, they kind of got that like cutout thing.
Yeah, I figured you enjoyed that with seeing Chelsea there. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like in a way.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of surprised they got away. I mean, not really they got away with throwing the name Edge out there, but I kind of am in a way, just because it's like, I don't know, it just seems like that's an awful big dog to just throw it on your show. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, but I mean, you could say anything, can't you? Like,
yeah, you can. It's just, I don't know, like out of anybody, but
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
you
But I mean,
think that Edge might show up on the show. You know what I mean? Like, possibly.
I know that would be sick. I just think he used like the biggest name possible to get.
Yeah,
you know
me
what I mean?
too.
The most hype or whatever the word is.
But I mean,
and it worked.
It plays into that never say never kind of,
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah. I mean, it worked. What he did, it worked. So hey, good for him. And really funny. So
Well,
next
not
up,
to mention it went platinum.
Oh yeah.
Edge's bitch.
He had one of the song I really liked. I forget what it was. It was years ago. Was it just his open? Was it the I Believe in Joe Hendry? Maybe it might have been. I'm not sure, but I always say he's extremely hit or miss for me. Like some of his things, I'm like just like shaking my head kind of thing. Like ugh. But this was hysterical. Yeah, check it out.
Played back to that time when, like, remember when they were like in the kitchen or something, and then like he's been in there the whole time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they kind of went away from that stuff, I guess, right?
I haven't seen anything like that in a while.
Well, I guess to be fair, he was on. He had kind of had a main thing this week, so maybe they keep the background stuff for when he's not really doing other bigger things. And so in a little squash here, Gresham beats Sheldon Jean in about 3 minutes. Not much to see. Just a reminder of Jonathan Gresham is good, which I got no problem with. But on a show with not many good matches, we could have used a better match, or just one more better match on the show, I think.
Well, I didn't know if you noticed, like it seemed like Jonathan Gresham was kind of like making like fans out in the crowd a little bit. Sorry about the gas problems me and Jay are having tonight.
Yeah, we're a disaster.
But yeah, Jonathan Grisham's matches are getting to be kind of like grotesque moments on the show because like he's bending his opponent's hands backwards, and Tom Manafant saying, "Oh, like arms aren't meant to be bent that way."
I gotta say, as someone with bad hands, that shit is terrifying. It's like watching a horror movie. But
I know, shit, because like you said, you remember that thing that CM Punk does? Like he takes his hands and like kind of takes clasp them and kind of like goes around. Every time I do that shit, my like wrist crack because I'm just so damn old.
But I mean, I love. He has such a sick style. Like I don't think anyone has a style like Gresham.
Oh no.
Like I know he's like small, but geez, I was really thinking about like who can possibly be the one to take out Josh, and if they really get behind him and make him like.
No, that's what I said. I thought right from
a Daniel Bryan type.
Yeah, I see a lot of Daniel Bryan in him.
And he just like how does he beat Josh easily? He fucking takes his leg out, he takes his arm out. You know what I mean? Like he's the kind of guy that can beat Josh, and it makes sense because like he's probably the best fucking wrestler, maybe like technical wrestler out there.
Sick thing he did with the guy's knee or something, like he did something, he like drove it into the ground, like
everything he
broke it.
Yeah, like even like his normal moves look like they could murder the other person.
It's almost like Jonathan Gresham is our Steven Seagal. You know what I mean? Like he's ready to crack some bones.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Jonathan Gresham, and I do have to mention, since I have not seen anything cool from Rosemary in a very long time, she did spear Jay Vidal.
Oh yeah, we noticed Jay Vidal
was cool.
Had a lot more like airtime lately. Like, they have a big plan for him going forward.
I mean, shit, give him a goddamn match on BTI.
I hear he's actually pretty good if you let him go. You know what I mean? Like if you let him go.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out one of these months. Who knows? So the main event was pretty great, or pretty very good, I would say, if that's a thing. Moose versus Rhino versus Swan versus Eddie versus Sammy versus Sabin. A lot of S's.
Yeah.
Not going to go down all the eliminations, who got eliminated, where, and
Yeah.
whatever. But Rich Swan got the win, and he beat Sami Callihan, which I think is a nice thing for pretty much a bunch of different.
Yeah, because it still plays into the storyline of
the design.
Yeah, the design with the like Sammy, you better not fail. You know, like you're gonna fail.
Oh yeah, sorry, I think we missed that. That was a seg. Was that last week?
Yeah, the week before he said you better not fail. Or
okay, yeah. So he was talking about against Swan and like they had a
I gotta
package.
See Angels and like Khan next week, maybe beating them with a stick or something.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I really like it. Because I'm still confused. I really think Sammy like might be just like kill him from the inside kind of thing.
Yeah, I definitely feel that there's gonna be.
But he's taking some real beatings and his head shaved. Like I don't know. Like would you go that far?
Inside of the faction too, you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. But I mean, would you go that far though? Would you get your head shaved and get your ass kicked and whatever else? I mean, I guess he is selling the shit out of it if he is, and he's tricking them and us. So good job. I like that Swan got the win. I don't think there's any chance in hell he's going to beat Josh. But
interesting fact about our Rich Swan. This will be the fourth time he's main evented a No Surrender or pay-per-view.
That is really fucking weird. Very, very weird stuff.
I don't know if maybe No Surrenders, when Rich Swan is headlining them, maybe they're doing really well. I don't know.
That is a very odd stat.
Yeah, it very much is.
But I like a lot of things about this. Like, Swan never got his goddamn title shot. You know what I mean? After Omega, right?
No, and that's what I mean. Like, they're kind of righting all their wrongs here, and like,
I mean, at least with Swan, who I think they just recently re-signed, who they should be treating him like I think we even talked about this also. He should be treated like a goddamn top guy because he was, and he just lost to Omega, and he probably had the match of the year against Omega.
Oh yeah.
And then somehow he fell down to like a mid-card guy because he just wasn't being booked well for a little. But
yeah,
I mean, whatever. Like you said, everyth's on like a nice track.
We might want to mention too the design attacked Rich Swan after the match. Yuya Yumira was beaten down by the design. Then Frankie Kazarian and Josh came to make the save, and that left.
I cannot say enough how much I love seeing Frankie come down to save Impact. Remember when it was Tommy a few months ago as like he would always be the guy?
He didn't choose Impact over AEW though, Jay.
Oh yeah, I know. But I mean, like they would always be like dreaming. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like he can't be the fucking savior of Impact. It looks terrible. Yeah. But I mean, now it's like Josh and Kazarian. Like, come on, that's badass. Like, just Kazarian just gives like is hubris the word? I don't even know if I know what that word means, but I just used it, so fuck it.
The thing is, he's kind of like leaned down so much too. He does look like somebody you'd want to put the title on going forward.
Oh yeah, I got no problem with that. I mean, I would. My first thing is always you have to.
The gear he wears is like probably some of the best gear in all of Impact.
Random, I missed Delirious this week. But he is a two-timing slut who is over in MLW, so that's probably gonna happen sometime.
I think he's
I really like that
or something over there though.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not joking. I really like that guy a lot. And yeah, like that's about it for this episode. We hit on everything, and I think there was a little more news other than shit. No, wasn't there more news? Okay, well, here's a question. Or not a question. I don't know where this came from. Option C, since we just mentioned Josh, and I don't know who the hell can beat Josh. Do you think option C will happen, or?
Well, I don't know. I honestly was hoping maybe we would get that that match that was kind of hinted at was Fallen Angel and Josh Alexander. Honestly.
So would I, and I don't know why you would bring that up other than just to piss me off. So I should mute you for the next 5 minutes as I talk about you and the Eagles and how they got lucky and how the Giants should be there and how you're going to get your ass kicked by shit. Who are you playing?
Oh, the Chiefs. Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs. That's right. Yeah. I
don't know really how to take that game, honestly. I don't know.
I hate to say it, but I'm going with you guys.
I honestly think the Chiefs are banged up, though, and they don't really have a lot of time to prepare. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles did win, but I don't think it's going to be like 31-7 or.
I think it could be. I mean, I'm not a big fan of betting against Pat Mahomes, but I don't. But I mean, that defense is just fucking psychotic and whatever. Like, I don't think it mattered. They could have had Purdy there. They would have just made Purdy look like an asshole last week. But that's just my opinion on that. And all right, I might as well just throw this out there a little bit. So I mentioned earlier on in the podcast that I spoke to the wife of JayBone, which is kind of insane, but I've been reaching out to JayBone for like a crazy long time, and he just has never answered. So she ended up getting in touch with me. And I mean, I literally have 50 emails that I can like read and go down. But it all came down to we all agreed, me, her, she, on behalf of JaySin, JayBone, a.k.a. JayBone, that everything is Kyle. Every problem was Kyle. Anything bad that ever happened between me and anyone with TNI was because of Kyle's alcohol problem, which is an open thing now. She told me he has a bad alcohol problem, which he got rid of, which she lied. And that's where she lost me. Because just like the rest of them, it's the same shit. I get a fucking apology, and then I get basically, okay, that's cool, but, can you tell the TNI guys, like, I'm not good with just, like, I'm not good with getting an apology from someone's wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gary, is that fair that I want an apology from Trent or someone on the goddamn podcast?
No, I mean, I just think it should be like, put a final nail in the coffin of it all and just
seriously, like, I just want to talk to one person, like, like, could you imagine putting your wife at, like, in, I don't say crossfire, but basically.
Yeah.
And then it got me thinking, these people care more about protecting their podcast than their fucking family members. So, you know what? Congratulations as being the fucking fake #1 podcast when it's clearly Fightful who fucking murders you pussies by like 10 times or 100 times if you want to go by actual podcast sites, which nobody listens to you or anyone else on TNI. I know you're all listening to
really this. Huge. I didn't realize how huge they really were, Fightful.
Yeah. So again, they're literally lying in their opening saying they're the most listened to podcast. It's not even fucking close. They're just everything about them. Everything is a lie. She told me everything about Kyle, that he's a terrible drunk. But then when I started pressing and she realized what I was doing, I wanted her to tell me, like, I wanted her to throw Kyle under the bus. And she basically did because she was protecting her husband, but I wanted more, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted, fuck that guy. He fucked everything over. But then it turned into, can you show me proof that it was actually Kyle? Like, after she apologized and everything, which is the same shit TNI did. And remember, these are the people who asked me to show proof that I was diagnosed with fucking ALS, which I was diagnosed with when I was fucking 19 years old, and I'm now 43, and I did. And I posted it online. And they made a fucking big joke about it. Remember that joke,
yeah,
Gary?
I remember. I mean, it shouldn't have even
remember JayBone's celebration over my fucking ALS? Well, and then people say I take it too far, and sorry.
I got an email the night before about it all. Well, instant message. And he had said, well, you really should, kind of stay away from JaySin. And it's like, I just kind of felt like it still left a bad taste in my mouth and still does to this day. It's just, my problem with it is like, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of felt like he was kind of being very cultish about it. Like it's either you stay with me, or, you know what I mean?
The perfect word. That's the perfect word. They are a fucking cult, including their family members. So you know what? Like, that's it. Unless they have something to say, like, I'm never going to mention them again. Like, it's a sick cult of, like, I don't know. Like, I know for a fact they send their YouTube links to, like, 50 different fans, and they tell them all to click it a bunch of times. It's a cult. It's not as big as anyone thinks it is. Nobody sticks up for them on Facebook on their behalfs. Nobody has anything to say on Twitter. They're nothing. They're not as big as they think they are. They're a bunch of fucking clowns with a drunk 20-something-year-old that they're sheep to. And they have the balls to call Gary a sheep to me. What the fuck did I do? I didn't do anything. I've been promoting. I've been helping. And Gary's not a fucking idiot. And he's a very nice person with a family and a good family person, unlike these other people who pretend to be good family people. He wouldn't work with someone. He wouldn't be on a podcast if I was a piece of shit like people throw out there that I am.
Well, we have a lot of the same things going on with us, because like you have your health issues, I have mine. We're both on the disability system, and
So Gary, here's a really quick one for you. Is if you know me enough, would I be able to remember such a ridiculous long story with the pot I smoke and the fact that I can't even remember one episode of Impact as we're reviewing it? You think I can remember 5 years of bullshit and keep telling the same story?
Yeah,
I would have gotten it wrong so many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
but whatever.
It's kind of like too bad that it kind of consumed you like so much.
Yeah, I mean, I swear, I'm
already.
Yeah, but like I'm good with it now. Like I just wanted to know like why it became so hateful about my health and shit. Like when it started out as like we made fun of their podcast. You know what I mean? Like it was like your podcast sucks. Oh, I hope you die. Like whoa. Like where was the middle ground? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I didn't even say 5 words to Kyle about any of this.
Exactly.
What's he do? He goes for my thumbnails and says some stuff like,
exactly.
Crowded. There's too many on there. There's too much, data.
Oh God, I forgot about that. You saw that email. I showed you that email, didn't I?
What's that?
I showed you that email, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that you knew it was a thing.
Yeah, I don't get it. I never had any hostility in like until
he just started talking shit about Gary's fucking pictures. Like it was so random. I mean, I'm sorry, I was gonna say it was so random, but he's just a crazy drunk person. So like it wasn't random, but he was just so angry. Like you can't get fucking 200 views with 100 subscribers, blah blah blah. Your pictures are shit, fucking. I'm like what? I'm like, fuck Gary and his stupid pictures, like whatever it was.
That's what I don't get. It's like we're all supposed to be doing this for the love of Impact, and we're just doing it. And a lot of us are just doing it for the love of our own ego.
Yeah, well, look at their site and look at our profiles, Gary. Their site is selling T-shirts and whatever else for total nonstop Impact. And check if anyone out there wants to look how many times they actually promote Impact. It's not many. They did it for the first time, I think, a few days ago after I tweeted to them, hey, maybe you guys should actually promote Impact and stop selling your own shit all the time. But they don't care. They're not fans. JayBone is a fucking AEW fan. He has another channel where he blows AEW all the time. That's fucking total nonstop Impact? No, it isn't. Change your fucking name. Total nonstop, a bunch of fucking whatever it is this week, because we have 800 hosts, so they're all different fans of shit.
My mother call it smashing Tony Khan.
Yeah, Jesus God, blowing AEW and Impact fans are blowing them. Like, could you believe it? Like, who are these Impact fans? That's what I want to know. The ones that are blowing the people who blow AEW. Like, Jesus Christ. Whatever. That's enough about the TN liars. I know that's a really lame name, but that's what they are. Like, I can't speak about someone or two people that do nothing but lie. Like, I can't keep it together in my head. Like, I just can't. Like, I'm trying to, like, talk nicely to people, and, like, here it's like, okay, everything's good, then boom, huge lie, and I'm like, fuck you. But whatever, that's it. I'm done with that. I feel better knowing for a fact that Kyle has it sounds messed up, but yeah, I do feel better knowing for a fact that I know that Kyle has a bad drinking problem, like I said he did, and he needed help, and I reached out. And again, everyone made fun of me, and I'm the asshole. Kyle is fine. You're the fucking psychopath. But that's all. And if anyone wants to see these emails, I'm going to post them eventually. I don't know when. There'll be more on this. I might do an entire fucking episode one day without Gary or with Gary, where I literally just show, like, where it's just for YouTube. So it'll be just like all the screenshots of everything, but
or you
I'm
could
not
always
sure about that.
strictly put it on Facebook and go